Hello, everybody. This is Chichihiro, and welcome back to another episode of my playthrough of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. In the previous episode, we finally managed to get out of the shower room. Well, I say finally, but actually, that was quite a short escape section, pretty straightforward. And now we're here in this corridor, which, if I'm not mistaken about the layout, and if I'm drawing my parallels with doors 7 and 8 properly, I don't think there are any other escape sections left. So we should be going back to the large hospital room. And oh boy, people are going to be happy to see us. Lotus, Clover, we kind of screwed them over a little bit. And yeah, that's probably going to be a bit awkward, but it's also going to be fine. What's not going to be fine, honestly, is, I think the whole corpse thing is coming up. And oh, Clover. She's just here to suffer, poor girl. So, um, I think that without further ado, we jump right into this game. So, outside of the shower room was a hallway that extended off to the left and right.
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look.
They moved a few steps toward the door when Junpei heard the sound of metal on metal.
Huh?
They turned around. Seven was doing something to the door of the shower room. Right, he's propping it open,
What are
right?
you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
Mm-hmm.
So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. All right, let's go.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. With that, he stood up and began walking down the hallway. He brushed past Junpei and kept going. After a moment, the rest of them followed him. Before long, they found themselves at the large iron door. They had only been there for a moment when June spoke up.
Jumpy, look!
He turned. There on the right side of the hallway was a piece of paper attached to the wall. That would be the map.
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's
Junpei ran over and peeled it off.
a map of the ship's interior?
Mhm.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Well, if you take a moment to look at it, you'll realize where you're gonna end up, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Junpei folded the map and stuffed it into his pocket. Back at the door, the four of them lined up in front of it. Santa stepped forward. He grabbed hold of the door and then turned to look back at the rest of them.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yeah, go for it, man. They nodded. Santa nodded back and threw the door open. All four of them leapt through.
What the?
You're shitting me.
Uh-oh. What's gonna hello? It took only a moment for them to realize where they were. Oh, okay. Jeez, I got nervous for a second because, like,
We're
oh,
back.
right. So this is what they're shocked at. And here I was worrying they were gonna find something pretty sinister on the other side, but no, I don't think things would have gone to shit. Troublemaker number one, Ace, has been asleep, so that's good. They had been there only a short time ago. It was the large hospital room filled with countless beds, and we're back. Lotus and Clover looked up as they entered. Hey, yeah, so about that. Ace was there as well, although he looked as though he had only just woken up. Yeah.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay.
Oh, I'm sure you're thrilled.
Lotus? What are you?
The moment they spotted Junpei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. Oh, here they come. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her hand and slapped him, open palmed, across the face. Honestly, 100% deserved. What game were you playing, Junpei? Come on.
How could you do this to us?
Her face was furious. She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Oh, here she comes. Clover didn't touch him, but the hate in her eyes was no less potent. It was Seven who stopped them.
Knock it off. We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
Right. Oi. His deep voice echoed across the massive room. Lotus glared at Seven, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number.
Yeah.
As long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
Yeah, but before they do that, should we, mentally prepare them for what they're about to find? Especially Clover, like...
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
No, I definitely think we should probably tell them.
Fine, let's go.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Lotus and Clover looked at one another for a moment, then nodded and stepped through the door. By then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who's just only awoken from a lengthy slumber.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Oh, this is not the time for jokes, man. Ace shook his head weakly.
Should I go as well?
Well, you already know what's behind that door. But sure, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Seven nodded.
Very well.
Ace followed Lotus and Clover with his stiff, tired gait. Oh, yeah. The squeal of torture metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time, it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. Yeah. It was Clover. Okay, so it seems like we're skipping, the reveal, the body finding itself. We get to see the aftermath. That sucks. Yeah, she sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. And yeah, as painful as this is, though, let me take a look very quickly. Because, right, this is like fully new stuff. But I think this dialogue feels familiar. Like, this is something that we definitely read before. So I'm gonna see if the game is even gonna let me skip it. And if so, we're just going to do that. Because just, in the interest of keeping the pace going. So there we go. It lets me skip. So in that case, I'm just gonna let it do its thing until we reach something new. All right?
Here we go.
Okay, so this is where the game is leaving me. So that's interesting because, yeah, this is the Mercury card reader. And of course, we're going straight to this place because, duh, we don't have the keys or the key cards that we will find behind doors 7 and 8. So I guess that explains why in the flow chart, it's only one possible route. So are we all going down there? I mean, I haven't even calculated the digital routes, who's going in this place, or because the other doors are not even available to us at this point, are they? Yeah, that's interesting. So let's see. They stood in front of the elevators next to the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen. Between the two elevators was a card reader with a Mercury symbol engraved on it. Junpei stood in front of it with a Mercury key card.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Yeah, it was in the drain. It was kind of gross, honestly.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
He took a deep breath and slid the card through the reader. It made a small beep, and the lights on the reader blinked to life.
Now we can go.
7 people, including Junpei, climbed onto the elevator. Oh, that's gonna be a bit cramped.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed.
Time to head down then.
Junpei hit the bottom button. The door closed. Slowly, they began to move downward. Sometime later, all 7 of them stepped off the elevator and onto the bottom deck. They stepped off and saw that the hallway to the right ended somewhere between 20 and 20 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end, but not a regular dead end. There we go.
This is a numbered door.
Yeah, it's door 2.
Immediately, they began to discuss who would go through it.
So who should go through the door this time?
I wonder.
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Yeah, this is 100% established then.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
I wonder what the rest of them are gonna do though. Like, who's going in and what are the rest doing?
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
The first to speak up was 7.
I'll go too.
Okay.
Then I suppose I need to go too then.
Yeah, this is our group right now. Interesting. Junpei followed suit, which meant Lotus was by default the 3rd member. 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 20. 2 plus 0 equals 2. Alright, this is an
Alright,
interesting
We're
group.
taking off.
Yeah. Because it's gonna it's gonna let us, I believe, probably give us the opportunity to spend a little bit more time with Lotus and stuff, which is exactly what I wanted. So yeah,
Okay, please be careful.
we will.
Jesus. You two are acting like you're married, you know that?
Oh, that's the worst thing you could say to, like, they're not a couple, but 2 friends who are like crushing on each other.
Oh,
Aw, June blushed. Look at her. So did Junpei.
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, he quickly turned away to pull the lever on the red. The door opened. Alright, you guys, be careful out there, okay? Don't start killing each other. Don't start any funny shit while we're gone, okay? As they'd come to expect, there appeared to be a short hallway on the other side.
All right, let's go.
Lotus was the first through the door.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
7 was next, and Junpei brought up the rear.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it!
There it is! It's right there!
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
You can relax now. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. 7 and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
Yeah, I think he made this comment before, and I said, absolutely.
We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
All right.
Junpei looked around again.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors.
Where even are we, by the way? Because I haven't even stopped to think about what we were going to find down here. And nobody, in the previous playthroughs, nobody went here. So I don't even know what we're going to find here. This is interesting.
3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
Okay.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
So 5 doors, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, and the one with the iron plate? Okay. After taking a look around the room himself, Seven spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yeah?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, sure.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one next to it.
At last, Junpei was left alone.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. Emergence. Oh, hello, Akane. There she is again. What a cool detail, honestly, that since we've seen the true ending, now that shows up. I really like that. So, okay, whoa, did that say confinement room? Like prison cells? Oh shit, hold on. They kind of look like it, so let's look inside, shall we? Oh, look at this. Yeah, isn't this... This is where Seven... This is where they kept him. Well, okay, sure, not here, because, you know, we already know that this is Building Q and he was actually on the ship, so... Is this where they kept the kids who were in Building Q? Oh, no. No, this is awful. Shit, okay. Well, we have to investigate, so... Is this the room where Seven went into? We'll see. So immediately, what is this? Oh, there he is. What the hell is this supposed to be? Like a drawing on a whirlpool or something? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. Yeah? There's a drawing on the mirror that looks kind of like a spring. Okay. Interesting. What about the sink? There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out of there. Might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. Okay. A tile stuck in the drain. There's no way we're gonna be able to pull it out. Not even with like a little blade or something. Well, we don't really have anything like that, so... Huh, looks like the water doesn't work. Doesn't matter how much Seven turns that thing. No water's coming out. Has the water been shut up from somewhere else? Maybe? There's a tile stuck in the drain. Anything else of interest? No water comes out of this faucet, even if you turn the knob. Okay, so probably something that's gonna be related to the other rooms, so we'll come back. Can I look at the toilet? Oh, here we are. Okay, a sun? A symbol on a toilet lid, huh? Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. The ones on the doors? What? Oh, he means like the astrological ones? Maybe? Sun symbol. Door. Damn, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I am amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Huh. There's way nastier stuff out there in the world than a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? Yeah. By the way, what's with toilets in these episodes? Been doing nothing but look at them. Alright. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose? Think it'll come off if you pull on it? Maybe? It fell off. Huh, look at this. That handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. A handle. Okay. Take a look at this handle. The insides of the hole's threaded. Like you're supposed to screw something in there. You seeing anything that might fit in there? Not yet, but that's because we've only looked at 3 things. So, probably find something, yeah? Looks like something screws into this handle. Okay. The toilet paper? Probably gonna need to refill this. A toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. Well, if you had several of them, and you kind of like them together, you could probably make a club to bonk people in the head with. It's such an older sibling thing to say, by the way. Tell me you've done that before, if you're an older sibling. Anything else here? Well, this part is thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of this thing. Oh yeah, this, look at this. This is like a screw head, right? This rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple turns. Here we go. Oh, we got ourselves a screwdriver shaft. Let's go. So I bet that goes in the handle. Hey, this is a screwdriver shaft. It's missing a handle though. Even if we run into screw it fits, we're gonna have a hard time of it without a handle. Well, if we can't find a handle, maybe then it'll do us some good. Buddy, you won't believe what we have in our inventory. So if I just stick this metal rod into the handle, we got ourselves a screwdriver. And is this like a Phillips screwdriver? Maybe? The other one that we found, it was for a different type of screws. Thank God it's the right kind of screwdriver for that screw. Awesome, we can totally use this. Damn, this screwdriver looks like a soldering iron. You think it's some sort of industrial grade screwdriver? Maybe? Because that doesn't really matter. Anyway, so long as we got this thing, we can unscrew any Phillips screws we ran into. I was right. I learned that from my dad. He's really into tools. Alright. So what do we got here? Bed. There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I want to sleep there. Right? Yeah. Oh, buddy. Okay. So what do we have here? Ooh. I can use my screwdriver on this. This thing's really simple. Is it really a desk? Well, of course it's gonna be simple. I mean, it's probably like that, so we don't try to use it as part of the puzzle, right? Probably use a desk to write letters to your family or something, but this is a boat. I'll bet the only thing they used this for was eating off of. Sure. Huh? What the hell? It's not opening. There's something up with this drawer. Yeah, it's screwed shut. I don't trust it. What do you mean you don't trust it? It's just a drawer. It's probably part of the puzzle anyways. Sweet, got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. Alright. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Where are you gonna just take it around with you? Alright, let's jank the thing out. Okay, sure. We'll just carry this. This is like the handle, is it? And so is this what would have been like at the very back? There's a bump on the back. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't crazy. I wonder what it's for. Maybe there's a hole somewhere and this bump's line with it up and trigger a hidden switch or something. Hey, we've seen weirder stuff. Doesn't seem that far-fetched. Maybe. Ooh, I bet there's gonna be like another desk, one of the other rooms. If they're all like cells and they're similar, I bet this is where we use this. This chair's pretty old. If Seven sat on it, it'll probably break. Huh? You say something? Nothing at all. Oh, come on. Alright. So this is the room where Lotus is probably at, right? Okay, very similar. Just flipped. And this is kind of like a river. Somebody made some wavy blue lines on this mirror with blue paint. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. Well, if the other one was a spring, maybe this is a river, you know? Or a waterfall? No, waterfalls don't fall this way, duh. Probably a river. Someone drew a wavy line on this mirror with blue paint. Nothing else of interest? Okay. Um, this drain is kind of a weird shape for a drain. Yeah, it's a square. I think they made it that shape for a reason, or just for fun. There's no knob on this faucet. There's no way we can get water out of it like this. Okay, so this one's missing the knob entirely, and it doesn't have a tile either, so... If we can find a knob or something that'll work as one, then we should be able to get water to come out of this thing. Right. This drain has a really weird shape for a drain. So this sinks. They're on opposite sides of this wall, right? No, it's not just the sinks. Everything's opposite, like a mirror image. So, that's normal if you're both using the same water pipes, right? I guess? It looks like the sinks are back to back with the walls separating them. Interesting. Right. Okay. Probably something then that we'll have to do with the water here. That'll maybe make the water in the other side come out as well. Let's look at this toilet. Aha! A moon. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, alright? Sure. Picture of a moon here, and the other was a sun. Interesting. I refuse to touch this. I refuse. What the hell's wrong with you? No, Junpei, she's right. I don't want to touch it, ever. I wouldn't touch it either. I don't think you have to, so you're good. It's just hanging from the wall. Well, if we're pulling the string, then it must be a toilet that flushes. So this one is kind of like attached to the string, right? It's not like the other one. A string hanging from the ceiling here. You pull it to flush the toilet. Okay. This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew, how the hell can you touch that? Well, see, the toilet is one thing, but this is different, right? Like, if it's just clean toilet paper on the wall, it's fine. It's probably a bit dusty, but it's horrible. Well, it's not like I really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. Yeah. Oh boy. Ooh, what's this? Towel? A towel. This is like a very stiff towel, isn't it? But look at the drawings. Well, it looks like a towel. I have to wonder if the design means anything, though. Maybe you should consider what the design might be. Perhaps that'll give us a hint. I think so. This is definitely the symbol on the other mirror, and this is the one on the mirror in this room, so... yeah? This towel has a weird design on it. What could it mean? What does the design look like? It could also be like a water tornado. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Whirlpool, right? Like if this is the surface and this is like, you know, the whirlpool itself. I don't know. Probably keep it in mind for later. We'll keep exploring for now. That bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. But it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really... Junpei? What? Here we go again with this. My, Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. Well said. Honestly, deserved. I'm sorry, you're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. God damn it. This bed looked even sadder without a pillow. So, it's still a terrible bed. I'd never sleep on a bed like that. Yeah. This bed looks cool. A single threadbare blanket, and that's it. Okay. Now, I'm interested in this. Because... okay, so this one does have a drawer. Can we take it out? There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right though. That handle on that drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Yeah, doesn't this look like the knob for like a faucet? Why don't you take it out? Oh, here we go. Center room drawer. Ooh. Is this glass? Is this a mirror? So there's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. This is a mirror. Okay. It's kind of an odd shape, and it looks like someone attached the handle with a screw after the fact. So we can probably unscrew this and get the knob for the faucet. There's a mirror on the back of this drawer, and the handle is weird. It looks like the handle was attached with a screw. So let's combine them. If I use this screwdriver on the screw on the center of the handle, maybe I can... There we go. Well, that came off easily enough. It looks like a faucet handle. Yeah, it seemed a little weird to put it on a wooden drawer like this. I'm sure they made it look all on purpose. With a shape like that, there's only one place it could go. So now this doesn't have a handle, but it's the one with a mirror, so I don't think we'll get them mixed up. They also have different names, so... anything else here? Well, we took the drawer out, but nothing happened. Of course, there's no way you could hide a puzzle in something that small. Are you sure about that? I mean... Yeah, I know. Still, Still seems like they might try to... Huh? What's that? It looks like there's something. Huh? It looks like there's something in there. Yeah, thanks for the tip, Akane. What's in there? Oh. Hold on. Oh, okay. Shit. I meant to investigate, but I switched the drawer that I was carrying and I put it in. Sounded like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Sure. Oh, this is a tile for the sink. What's this tile for? Red, blue, gray, several lines in each color. What does it mean? Kinda looks like a metro station map. Or actually, the lines in red kind of look like 14. And then there's a blue cross. I don't know. The 14 seems pretty conspicuous. Your guess is as good as mine. No, I know where this goes. I don't know the purpose, but I know where it goes. Anything else here? Nothing in the drawer. All right. We definitely have a Akane to thank for that tip, by the way. This looks like a chair for prisoners. It's rusty, but I don't think it's gonna be a lot of help. Isn't that obvious? Look, I don't want to touch anything unless I have to. Lotus is not having this. Yeah. Does she really not want to be in this room that bad? I don't think anyone would want to be in this room. But, yeah. Okay. So, how about we pop this in? This drain has a really weird shape for a drain. No? No? Okay. Alright. So what about the knob then? Sweet. The handle I got off the drawer fits onto the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Sure. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking you why you're just letting it run like that. Listen, we're kind of improvising here, alright? Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. It was Captain Obvious earlier on with Ace. Now Captain Obvious is gone and Mr. Obvious is here. We just wanted the title all for ourselves. Oh, Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Sure. And speaking of improvising, well, no, that doesn't have anything to do with this. This is gonna be where this episode's gonna end. Totally not improvised, totally planned, guys. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this playthrough. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye for now.